Hello, lovely people of the world.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
안녕하세요, 여러분.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
This is Justin, Sarah, and baby Sabrina.
Say hi.
In this video, we'll talk about our experiences and perspective regarding COVID-19 and how we're coping with self-quarantine. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Surfshark VPN. By now, I'm sure most of you are familiar with VPN. It encrypts your online data. It protects your online privacy from hackers, network administrator, and everyone else that's basically not you. I use it whenever I'm using Wi-Fi that's not my home Wi-Fi, including at coffee shops, malls, airports, at work especially. I'm actually a current customer of a competitor VPN, which I won't name. I signed up for that a year and a half ago. At that time, I didn't know about Surfshark. But Surfshark has the advantage of being easier on your wallet. Surfshark has comparable features in terms of quality of security and similar performances. I ran a speed test the other day between Surfshark and my other VPN, and the numbers came out virtually equal. You can use it on unlimited number of devices instead of limiting to 5 devices. Once you start counting how many devices you have, you're gonna go over 5 quickly. Another feature that I like about Surfshark is their whitelister. Some apps and websites block you if you're using VPN. With Surfshark, I can add that app to the whitelister and have VPN turned on always. With Surfshark, you can find out whether your username and password has been leaked to the dark web. I just found out that mine has been leaked 4 times since 2013. You can use the promo code LOVEW, all caps, to get 83% discount for 24-month subscription, plus you get 1 additional month free.
That's LOVEW.
Go to surfshark.deals/lovew to sign up.
Is there anyone out there?
This is our COVID-19 lockdown day 11 update. We still haven't gone insane yet.
I don't know. Justin's starting to have cabin fever, he said.
She's starting to have strange dreams.
Yeah.
We don't know what outside world looks like. We don't know how the roads are, whether they're congested.
Well, the traffic says no. Traffic news.
I haven't seen the traffic news. No need to go out, so I haven't seen it. We don't know how malls look like. We don't know how
I'm hoping they're deserted.
I don't know how packed grocery stores are. We actually haven't physically gone into a grocery store. We get them delivered. And we're running low on toilet paper and we can't get them anywhere. So please send us toilet paper.
Stop. We subscribed online to get it delivered to our door. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't run out of toilet paper.
We have 4 toilet paper rolls left and we have a week and a half to go.
I'm sure all of you guys are affected as much as we are with this whole COVID-19 pandemic that is
sweeping the world. Sweeping.
We would like to tell those of you who are diagnosed with the COVID-19 infection that our thoughts and hearts are with you guys. We hope that you will have a speedy recovery, and for those of you who have... Her face is in my face. We hope that you... Are you done? She was like, I'll be the cameraman now. That's why I create this barricade. For those of you who are diagnosed with the COVID-19 or have loved ones that have passed on due to the virus, we would like to extend our sincerest condolences, and we want you all to know that our thoughts and our hearts go out to you. For those of you who are doing everything in your power to stay safe, to protect your loved ones, to protect the people near and dear to your hearts, kudos to you guys, and hang in there. Hopefully this whole thing will pass.
This too shall pass.
It's a no laughing matter though, because others out there who are sick with symptoms, it's pretty scary, you guys. For those of you guys who don't take it seriously, please do follow the advice and the stern recommendations of your leaders and your healthcare professionals. You never know, you might actually be positive for the virus and not know it. Because there are people out there that are asymptomatic or don't show any symptoms, and yet they feel invincible enough to go out and about and spread the virus. And then before you know it, the more vulnerable sector or population of people get affected. How could you sleep at night knowing that you could possibly have caused the onset of someone's suffering or possibly someone's death. Speaking of,
I think that's a symptom of COVID.
Acha. Let me smack you with this book. We actually do not know if we are carriers of the COVID.
So
right?
far, no symptoms.
We have no symptoms. I mean, sure, we're sneezing every now and then or coughing to clear our throats in the morning. We are taking every precaution, self-isolating at home, washing our hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Every single chance we get, my hands are like so dry, you guys. So dry. So dry. Washing her hands because you know how babies are. They like to put their hands in their mouth and touch things and put it back in their mouth. So yeah, we're being very mindful. We're taking every precaution we can, disinfecting surfaces, you know, cleaning as often as we possibly can. We're doing everything in our power to stay safe, to protect ourselves from catching the virus.
At the end of last year, we decided that we want to go to South Korea in April of 2020. But after we found out we have a COVID-19 pandemic, we decided to cancel that trip. But instead, we decided to go to New York City in March. The reason why we went to New York City in the first place was because we want to celebrate Sarah's uncle's 25th wedding anniversary. We came back home in March 12th, and we've been self-quarantined ever since then. We are still on our 14-day self-quarantine. I think we're on day 11 of our 14-day self-quarantine, and we're starting to have cabin fever.
You thought we were going to say we're starting to have symptoms. For those of you who don't know, we had booked our flight to New York about 3 weeks prior to our departure. And on the day of our flight to New York,
we had about roughly 20 cases.
In Canada.
Yeah, in all of Canada.
Right.
And it was very slow to catch on. You see the first case of COVID-19 in Canada, and then you wait 3 more days for the second case to show up. So it was catching on really slowly, so we thought it wasn't a pandemic, at least not in Canada. And by that time, China was already in lockdown, so there will be no more virus coming out of China, so we thought it would be okay. And in New York City at that time had 0 case of COVID-19. And the city that we live in, Calgary, we had 0 case of COVID-19 at that time as well. So we're flying from one city that has no COVID-19 to another city that has no COVID-19. But on the day of the flight to New York City, we were checking on our phone. We found a headline that says, first confirmed case of COVID-19 in New York City. Can kind of draw parallel as to how fast it spread in Canada. You have to wait another 3 days before second case show up. So we thought for our 10-day trip, by the end of the 10-day trip, there could be as many as 10 cases of COVID-19, but no more than that. And when we were in New York, we were traveling by subway mostly. So we've been touching all the handrails and sitting on the chairs.
We had a hand sanitizer that was attached to Justin's belt loop. And so it was very handy. Before and after we touched doors, we sanitized our hands. We really took every precaution.
We went to go see all the top attractions in New York City, including Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty. But there were no lineups to go to any of those attractions. As soon as we walked in, we were the first one in line to get to the elevator. There were maybe about 60 to 100 people already at the top of Empire State Building. When we went to Paris and went to Eiffel Tower, the lineup was at least an hour and a half long. In hindsight, I think because people already found out about COVID-19 and they were avoiding New York City. But we had no cable TV at that time. We got into an Airbnb apartment, and in the apartment they didn't have a cable TV. They only had Netflix.
We knew we would only ever need the Airbnb in order to freshen up and get dressed and in order to get some sleep.
Every night we'll be planning our trip for the next day, which subway to take and where to stop for lunch and all that stuff. So we didn't bother looking up news when we were in New York. On our flight back to home, we were checking on our phone for news, and that's when I found out that New York City had 226 cases of COVID-19 by March 12th. As you guys can see, Sabrina is walking around, so we are filming from this angle so we can catch Sabrina walking around.
When did you start walking? You're going to show footage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She started walking
March 10.
March 10th. That's 6 days shy of 14 months.
That's right.
March 10th, 2020 in New York City. And Bravery is walking for the first time without having to hold on to anything.
Oh, we're so proud. It's official. You can walk. We should probably give you guys a bit of an update as to our current situation here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. All non-essential international travels have been restricted. Non-essential businesses have also closed down. Restaurants have closed their seating area, but they're still open. They remain open for takeout, delivery, and drive-through. Non-urgent surgeries have been either canceled or postponed until further notice. Hospitals are restricting admission unless it's an emergency. Visitation and long-term care have been restricted.
Canada government has substantially increased their EI program.
Employment insurance. So the employment insurance is basically our government's way of offering financial assistance to those Canadian citizens and permanent residents that need financial help.
The qualification to receive EI has loosened, so a lot more people are qualified to receive EI because a lot of people have been laid off during these trying times, and oil price has plummeted.
As well as the Canadian dollar, as well as stocks and businesses.
It's not good for us because I work in the oil and gas industry. I feel like this is beginning of Walking Dead.
Oh, or a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
That is so scary. I hope it doesn't get to that. That would be so crazy scary. That would be terrifying.
I've seen a documentary of Wuhan. The hospitals are packed with people laying on the hallways. The highways are empty. That looks like a scene out of Walking Dead. Since we came back from New York, I've been working from home. I've been fortunate enough to have a job where I can work from home. It's a really different setup. I'm still at home wearing my pajamas and working, and I get so distracted. I've been going down to the kitchen to grab coffee, and then I see Sabrina, and then I play with Sabrina, so I waste half an hour there away from work when I really should be working.
He said waste. So playing with Sabrina is a waste of time?
No, I'm just, well, you know what I mean.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. Right, Bree? You're not a waste of time. No, you're not. Look at that face. How could that face be wasted time? Look at that. Look at that face. Hi, face. Hi. Hi. Say hi. Say hi to everyone.
I'm a computer software developer. For those of you who don't know what I do for work.
Like, I work as a nurse, but for those of you who do not know it yet, I am currently still on maternity leave. I've taken 18-month leave. I have 4 months more of my leave left before I have to go back to work. Fortunate enough to be able to spend more quality time with my husband and my darling daughter. I mean, in a way, working from home, the way Justin is doing right now, it's sort of an advantage because he is actually able to accomplish more work staying at home. Because then he saves all that time of traveling back and forth to his workplace. He saves that much time, so he could use that much time towards having a break and spending some quality time with Sabrina during his work day.
That's a different perspective.
Yeah, right? Because you were going to say, waste of time.
Before we went to New York City, we cleared out our fridge of any food because we don't want them to go back. And when we came back, we realized we have no food and we can't go grocery shopping because we're self-quarantined. So we've been using a grocery delivery service. I just pay extra for delivery. It's like a prepared meal delivery service. You order online on your phone and they come to your door.
So for those of you shoppers who are panic buying, we understand where you're coming from, but please, please, please think about vulnerable population, like say seniors, those with like really weak immune systems, and those of us who are differently able, so can't be going out of the house to go grocery shopping, and then they look for necessities such as toilet paper, disinfectant wipes, and all that, and then they find the shelves are cleaned out. Think about them, like, you know, who's gonna help them? What if they don't have families to go grocery shopping for them? Please, you guys, be mindful when you do shop. Just buy what you need. Maybe buy one extra of what you need, but do not go crazy and panic buy, please, okay? Because I really worry about that population. As well as, hi, look, that's Sabrina, look. Hi, Sabrina. We're able to prepare home-cooked meals that would last us longer than if we were to order, say, takeout. But yeah, every once in a while, if we do need a break from home-cooked meals, we do order.
Prepared meal delivery. Our daily routine has been watching the news constantly. We watch the 9 o'clock news in the morning when our Prime Minister Trudeau addressed the nation to find out what new things have been developed. And we also watch the 3 o'clock in the afternoon news where our provincial premier addresses Albertans.
I think there's also an 11 o'clock news, the Cabinet of Health Ministers, that addresses the nation. That's basically how our day goes.
Since all the major sports have been cancelled, I have no sports to watch. This time of the year, I'm usually watching basketball. As you guys know, I'm a huge basketball fan. Since there's no Toronto Raptors game, I don't know what to do.
Luckily for us, we have baby Sabrina keeping us entertained. We've got streaming video services,
which we've been doing a lot of lately. But we haven't seen the outside since March 12th.
Yeah.
We don't know what outside world looks like.
We just know it's cold.
Well, some people say that you can still go outside for a walk or jog, but we don't have a dog, so we have no excuse to do that, so we haven't actually...
We do have a baby though. So a lot of people say, go out, get some fresh air, but the thing is we're kind of taking huge precautions to make sure that we have no visitors over, to make sure we don't visit family members as well. We just chat with them, video chat on the phone.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook to check out our photos from our New York City trip. We'll have our New York City travel vlog on YouTube in the coming
days.
I'm really slow at editing videos, so it might take weeks.
Please keep the comments coming because we really do read every single one of them and we enjoy hearing from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you Love with Standers. You know who you are. Thank you so much for keeping us company and for sharing your love and well wishes towards Sabrina and to us ultimately. We love you guys so much. Please take care out there. Stay safe. Do everything in your power to help us all unite in this crisis. Bye. I love you, Blue kiss. Bye. I love you. Love you with Standers. We love you. Good girl. Smile naman. You look like a robot. She's like kissing and we're smiling and you're like... Shoot. Okay, we go. There you go. Bye. You. Good girl. Oh, say bye. Look. Look, there's Mama and Papa. Bye. Okay. That's a lot of kisses and a lot of drool. And she's out. It doesn't cover her. Are you able to turn it? Are you done? Are you done at your State of the Union address?
You're hiding it.
What's in our background? I don't see anything. Blooper.